This is OTR FM, part of the IOM Radio Network.
Let's face it, life isn't easy. If you're stuck in a bad relationship, betrayed or afraid of tomorrow, financially insecure, or desperate for a breakthrough, you've come to the right place. Dr. Carmen Harra is a renowned psychologist, intuitive, relationship expert, and best-selling author, and she's here to give you the miracle guidance you need. Her new call-in show, Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life, offers profound wisdom, practical advice, daily exercises, and empowering predictions, all for you. Dr. Harra's show aims to eliminate everyday problems, big and small, with topics like healing your relationships, reclaiming your power, achieving better health, dealing with loss, and so much more. Regain the joy, stability, and fulfillment you deserve to feel. Tune in to Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life with host Dr. Carmen Harra, live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and find the answers you've been looking for.
Good evening, my wonderful friends, and welcome to another episode of Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life, the show that offers you the guidance that you need. We need guidance every day to transform everything, the things that don't go well. My name is Dr. Carmen Harra. So happy to be with you tonight and every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. right here on OMTimes Radio. For many years, I'm doing this show with the help of Christopher, my producer. So excited to be with you. Because I'm trying, to be there, to be at service and help you in whichever way I can. And working so many years with people, I realize that the number one problem is love. The number one problem is compatibility, finding the right partner. And I said to myself, okay, let me discuss tonight if you are compatible with your partner. What does it mean to share chemistry with somebody? Because most people think that being compatible means getting along or having the same ideas. But does it exist something much deeper that creates that special spark between two people, two souls? And also there are different kinds of compatibility, which explain why relationships remain well-rooted for a lifetime and others start to fade away very quickly. So I want to help you understand the unique dynamic that exists between two people in a relationship so that you have some clarity, that you have some control. Probably for many years you're questioning, am I doing the right thing? Am I with the right person? What should I do? So I want to help you understand how to create that bond between you and your significant other, that bond that is absolutely 100% authentic. Now, this is always a call-in show, so I'm always excited to hear from you, hear your thoughts, hear your concerns, and come to the rescue if there is a major situation that you want to ask me. I'm here to help. I'm here to give you my expertise. I'm here to give you my insight on things and help you in whichever way I can. Now, as I said, tonight we'd love to talk about compatibility. Are you and your partner compatible? What makes some people stick together for a lifetime, and others I'm hearing this all the time. They just break apart. Months later, a year later, 3 years later, and they look at each other and they don't know why they got involved. Now, there are relationships that start off strong with an incredible chemistry, with an incredible connection. But then all of a sudden, one of the partners suddenly, lose interest. How can we explain? How do we explain that? Believe it or not, compatibility is a subject that's misunderstood by many people. In my practice, I hear people referring to this topic saying I don't feel any chemistry, but we are totally compatible, or we are just very compatible, but I don't know how to define chemistry, or I don't know how to define compatibility, they say, oh, compatibility is that kind of a spark. That means that feeling in my gut that makes me have butterflies. That's the way people define it. They mean, we share it, we joke together, we're getting along, we have the same hobbies, and we're capable to hold on a great conversation. While these are some aspects that convey chemistry, but they only skim the surface of authentic compatibility. So to be truly compatible, you must match at a very deep, profound soul level. That's something that I want you guys to know. So let's learn the truth about compatibility. Let's learn the truth about chemistry. Let's learn the truth about that special glue that holds two people together. So for that reason, I want you to stick around, because it's going to be a fun hour. And also call in. I want to hear your opinion. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear your own experience. It's so amazing to open up and share that with me. And with the audience, they don't need to necessarily know your real name, but open up your soul and let's talk about your understanding of what it means to you to have chemistry, what it means to you to be compatible. It turns out that we've been looking at chemistry from all wrong angles through time, because people don't actually realize that chemistry isn't something permanent. Chemistry is something that fades away. So two people meet and say, oh, we had such a chemistry, oh my God. But then 2 years later, when they want to go through a divorce, there's no such things like chemistry. So what happened to that chemistry? When those fireworks wear out, and what will actually remain after those fireworks? So another inconvenient truth is that people change over time. I don't know if you had this experience, but I remember this in being married 27 years. I've seen me and my husband kind of changing in time. But we and I work very hard to understand, and that's why I came up tonight with very many significant advice, I think, to how to make a relationship work from that perspective. That when you meet your partner, you might be on the same path. You might like the things he likes. You might practice the same activities. You might have the same hobbies. You might think, wow, this is great. This is great because we share so many things in common. But then 1 year, 5, 10, even 20 years later, that person doesn't like the things you like anymore. You might not even like the things you used to like then. Certain events might cause you to see the world with different eyes than he does. You and him, you grew to like completely separate things and move in separate ways, engage in different activities. So as you're getting older, you look different in what you want and what you want to do. So perception shifts, and the partner you fall in love with literally transform into a new person. So you want to ask me, so what then? What then? You'll find yourself asking, where is the man? Where is the person? Or where is the woman I fall in love with? So this is the point in which people decide to split. So nothing holds them together anymore, so they just choose to part ways. So other couples, however, choose to remain together in a compromised relationship because maybe they have children together, or maybe they share the same house or the same bank account, or just to split would symbolize so much headache at that point. So, but their joy isn't there anymore. So that's why compromised relationships are, you'll be amazed to see people just pretty much like walking away from each other, and like what keeps them together is only the house, the bank account, the responsibility over the kids. It's very sad. So where did the people who find themselves in this predicament, where did the people go wrong? What happened? The answer is that they didn't do anything wrong. But they might have jumped into a relationship at the beginning without looking towards the future. And this is the whole thing. You just go and marry because you think, I have chemistry, blah, 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 we have that. and everything seems to be perfect, you don't ask yourself, do I see myself with this person 10 years later? They rely, as I said, we rely on a false notion of chemistry. And you might think that is going to last forever. And here is where things don't seem to work this way. So this leads us to the question, how do you recognize when you share true compatibility with a person versus when you're settling for something temporary? So if you jump into a relationship that lacks true chemistry, you'll experience difficulties later on. The glue won't be there to keep you together. Romance is strong in the beginning, but then it comes and then it goes. The excitement of physical attraction, intercourse wears off. The rush of seeing that person dies because you see that person every day. You no longer do the things you used to do together because either you don't have time or you're not interested in. Your opinions and views of the world go in opposite directions. So this may sound like a negative scenario, but it's a reality for absolutely all long-term relationships. So what does help a relationship transcend the test of time if sharing is actually sharing? And here is what I want to develop the topic, and I came up with a lot of ideas. Sharing the principle of life. If me and my partner share the same principle of life, we good 30 years later. But what are the principles of life? So you're probably going to ask me, which are those? Do I know them? Do I have an idea? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. We'll go through them in a moment. But again, this is a call-in show, so for that particular reason, Coy, Julia, Pauline from New York, you guys hold on the line. I'll be with you in a moment. I want to let you know that Committed Finding Love Through the 7 Archetypes is still available. You can find it everywhere where books are sold or at Amazon. And my new book is ready. It's ready to go in the first phase of revision, but the book in itself is ready. I'm very excited that I was able to write this book very quickly, and it's done, and it's going to come up probably in a number of months. I will let you know when the book is out there. It's a very interesting topic. It combines, two of my teaching in time, and I want you guys to stay tuned because I will let you know everything about this a new book of mine as the time goes by. But I want to let you know that yes, my new book is ready. Before I want to go in great length about the 16 elements of a true compatibility, I'm going to start and talk to some of you. I'm going to go first to Coy, and then I'm going to go to Julia. So you guys hold on the line. You, Pauline, do the same, and I'll be with you in a minute. So let me talk to Coy. Hi, my lovely Coy. How are you, my dear friend?
Hi, Carmen Harra. How are you?
I'm okay. You, my love?
I'm well. Thank you for asking. I like the subject matter.
You do? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Do you resonate with the idea in itself? And do you have something to share? I mean, do you have to, if you look at your own life, does it resonate with you? Do you have something to share about this?
For me, I don't know that I'm a good example about compatibility. I could say that I've always chosen wrong.
Right.
And I always went, it's interesting because I always felt like I went for the underdogs all the time.
Right.
The ones that, didn't have, they didn't have that nurturing and, the guidance and, love and things that they wanted from, their mother or caretaker, whoever it is. And so they always they were always lacking that element. Each one,
interesting.
same thing, different person.
Right. Yeah.
And so I'm not good with it. I don't think that I'm good as far as, who I'm compatible with. It was just always,
Right.
always felt like I was always rescuing or trying to help someone. Now,
Right.
that's until a few years ago, um, when I met Michael. And it was an instant knowing. And
Wow.
nothing,
Interesting.
we worked together,
Right.
but he was married, but not, married pretty much on paper, but he stayed for, like what you said,
Right.
like he stayed for the children,
Right.
the last
Right.
two children. He waited until they finished college before and made sure they were, well established before he went ahead and got a divorce. And
Right.
so, I find that very, very honorable of
Mm-hmm.
him. And we always
Right.
got on. We always did. But
Huh.
we didn't go very far. But
Right.
now that he's starting to feel better, um,
Mm.
I feel like there's a chance. And I feel like we're
I
compatible.
agree. I agree. How many years together?
I've known him since 2004.
So we're talking 18 years, no? Can you
Yes,
say that in this 18 years, this relationship was getting better, growing? You felt more connected. You improved the communication.
I feel like there was an ebb and flow. I feel
Uh
like because he was, you know, in a marriage and he was taking care of his children, we
Mm-hmm.
got along all the time, but there were times
Right.
that he didn't communicate. And,
Right.
there was time that would go by, like lots of time.
Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
then, but he would always remember my birthday. He would call,
Yeah.
or every once in a while he might send a card. And so,
Right.
but, um, it's always been an admiration. There's always been a respect. There's
That's
always
very
been,
significant, extremely significant.
yes,
The most
there's always
significant, yeah.
honor. There's always been that honor, and so
Right.
we feel like we have things in common, and then
Mm-hmm.
things that we don't have in common, which is fun because we get to have interesting
Right.
conversations. Yeah.
I hear you.
hmm
What is your question to me tonight? Do you have anything specific to ask me?
As far as this subject matter,
Yeah, everything. Like if you have anything in particular that you want to talk to me, anything else?
well, yes, since you're asking,
I felt like there's something else, so tell me what it
yes,
is.
there is. I wanted to talk about the subject matter first. I wanted to honor what you were talking about.
Right.
Yes, I do have a question.
Sure.
I've gone through almost every piece of paper that I know of my brother. Cleaning out his place and things of that
Right.
nature.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
One of the things I was looking for me was my my baptism paper. Now I found
Uh-huh.
his. I found
Right.
um our foster mothers. I found somebody else's that I don't know who that is. It's an
Right.
elder, I think. And I found these things, but not mine. And I'm wondering if mine was tossed away. Um, like if it was in a book or if it was in a Bible, if it was something of that nature, or is it still around and maybe someone in her family have it and are not aware of it?
I think it's somewhere you're not aware of it. I do think it's somewhere very well in an envelope, very well hidden, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think it's definitely somewhere. Very hard to locate this certificate. It's not easy to locate. Have you been trying to locate it for a while?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
For years. And I tried to get her family.
You know, ask your brother before you go to sleep for guidance, if he can give you a hint during the dream where this can be.
Okay.
For some reason, my mind says there's an older woman who wears glasses who knows something about this.
Okay.
And but ask him, and we'll talk again. But let's put it in the divine question. Let's see if he can give us, because usually souls come in dreams, giving us answers to our questions. So I really believe that if you ask him, he will answer.
Do you think that the foster mother would? I mean, she would be the one that would know too.
Right, I think so. I think the answer is there, but let's see what other information you might get. I feel like you might get some more detail of this in a dream.
All right.
So call me the very moment you have something and write down. When you wake up, don't open your eyes, because when you don't open eyes, you don't remember the dream. So try to program the brain not to open the eyes when you wake up, and then the dream comes in front of your eyes. So you will be able to get the message from your brother. He will respond to you by giving you the clear indication where you can find it, if you can find it,
Yes.
At least you'll know. Okay, my beautiful Koi. Thank you so much for calling me. I love you. And I'm going to go, then take a short break, and then I'm going to talk to Julia. So, Julia, hold on the line 1 minute longer. I'll take a short break.
The best of the holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
OMTimes magazine is one of the leading online content providers of positivity, wellness, and personal empowerment. A philanthropic organisation, their net proceeds are funneled to support worldwide charity initiatives via Humanity Healing International. Through their commitment to creating community and providing conscious content, they aspire to uplift humanity on a global scale. Connect at omtimes.com. OMTimes, creating a more conscious lifestyle.
My name is Victor Furman. Some call me The Voice. I've always been fascinated with human nature, spirituality, science, and the crossroads at which they meet. Join me Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern on OMTimes Radio, and we'll explore these topics and so much more on Destination Unlimited.
You came across someone struggling with hunger. How would you recognize them? Would you notice an 8-year-old girl who's not excited for summer break
because she may not be having lunch again until September?
Or a war veteran who's having a hard time landing a job
and getting back on his feet?
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why at IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
And I'm back, and I love to talk to you about the 16 elements of true compatibility. And this is like a lifetime putting things together from everything I've learned, everything I've seen in my own life. But before I do that, I'm going to talk to Julia. Hi, Julia. Hi, my beautiful friend. How are you, my dear?
Carmen, I'm really well. I came for a short vacation in Cyprus. So I'm
okay, how was it? How was it?
It's just amazing. The beach, the weather, people, food, everything. Yes.
Wonderful, no? Okay, good. I'm so glad. That's fabulous.
Yeah.
So what do you think of my topic tonight?
Oh, I love your topic, and I'm in such a big trouble. It's the most important call I gave to the show today.
Okay, tell me, what's the trouble?
Carmen, I need your guidance. I met a man last week from my work. He's 10 years older than me.
10 years older?
He's from Beirut. I feel very attracted to him, but very, very attracted. It never happened to me. He intrigues me a lot. I learned his intention with me, so he doesn't want to commit. I don't want to commit either. He has a kid. He's married. So tell me what to do next.
You want my advice, the advice that I'll give to my kids, and the advice that I give to you that I care so much. Be more careful. I will not necessarily get involved. My first instinct is he will stay with his wife, probably even have more kids with her. So he's not he's just interested in having fun, and you're not interested in having fun. You want something serious. You don't want to be hurt. I feel like if you go for this, honest to God, I feel you will be hurt. And I will not want that to happen. Not to you, not to anybody.
Yes. Yes, that's very clear message.
So for that reason, my advice is be more careful. Take a step back. It's better. It's okay to take a step back,
Yes. Yes, I got it.
And don't, even tell him, listen, you are in a difficult situation. I am not, I don't feel this is for me, tell him. I'll wait to see how this goes. And even if there is that chemistry, it's going to be just a fling. You don't need that. Because the man is married and the man has his commitment to his own family.
Of course, yes.
Why should...
Tell me.
It's like a test. You get tested, So I just don't want you to, again, I will hate to see you hurt and believe in this man who's probably selling you some lies at some point, and I don't want you to believe those things from him. You understand? So it's better take a step back, and be more careful and look around. You'll find somebody who is for you. Don't lose time and energy into as much as exactly what I spoke at the beginning. Chemistry is something that comes and goes. It can be very tempting. But, reality is you don't want to go for something like this.
Yes. Thank you so
you
much.
Don't.
I appreciate, because I was like dizzy.
I'm very, very straightforward. Even if I hurt your feelings right now, I better do it instead of encouraging you into something that you will not feel safe and you will not feel good about it in time.
Of course. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Carmen. God bless you for everything.
You too, my beautiful. So let me know how it goes, because now at the beginning you're not attached. If you get involved and you get attached, then you get hurt.
Yeah. Yes, I got it.
And then nothing hurts more than love, because you come like a free woman with good intention into a situation that is far away from giving you what you want,
Of course. Yeah, I know that.
Right.
Right. Thank you so much. Infinite love and
gratitude. Okay, my
Thank
beautiful.
You,
I love you, sweetheart.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
I love you. Bye.
So I'm going to go to Pauline in New York. Hi, my lovely Pauline. How are you, my dear? Pauline? Pauline, can you hear me? I don't think Pauline can hear me. So maybe. Okay, let's go to Mariana. How are you, my dear?
Good, Carmen. Nice to hear from you. I love your
shows. They're so good. Thank you so much for being so beautiful and so helpful.
Oh, you're so
my
sweet.
question is about my
Sure.
daughter, Tara, and her boyfriend. So she's born in October 13, 2000. And
Let me write it down. So she's October what? October?
13, 2000.
2000,
And he is born in January 18, 1998.
1998. Okay, just a minute. Let me see what's going on here. Okay, hold on. Well, you know, she is a very sweet, lovely, attractive woman, so caring, charismatic. Do you see that? I know it's your daughter, but she really is like this. Do you see that about her?
I see that.
This man is a very strong character, very independent. He claims he wants marriage, he claims he wants many things, but I don't know whether he's really ready. Does it make sense to you?
Yeah, definitely. I don't see him mature enough. That's my biggest problem.
But he comes across like, at least in front of her, like he knows what he wants, like he wants to commit. But in reality, he's not really doing it, you know?
That's my feeling. I really don't like him, and I don't want him to commit.
No, I don't think this is really going to work. In other words, I have a lot of doubts.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah.
I have a lot of doubts about their relationship. I have doubts. I have doubts this is the person for her. But she's young, and she doesn't see it. You know what I mean? She cannot see it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, definitely.
She's inexperienced. She's just connected to him. He's very charismatic. And there is talking about chemistry. There is a chemistry. Chemistry really is there. She's so beautiful. And he's attracted. He claims many things, but he's not delivering. He is immature. Not because he's young, because he's still very young. I don't really see this being the person for her. I think it's something that it's just a temporary experience. It's a lesson of life and nothing else.
For me, that's good.
Yeah.
I don't
see this is not a soulmate. This is not the man to get married. None of this. No.
Okay. I don't want her to get hurt.
I know a mother because I have 3 girls myself, so I know what it is to be a mom, to have daughters and to want to, see them happy, and it's just not that easy. But I can tell that you worry, you concern, you can see everything from a different perspective. The reality is that this is worrisome. It's concerning to you. You see something is not right,
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so that's for that reason. Take a deep breath. That's exactly what's going to unfold here. You will see something temporary. It's not going to work. It's not really going to work, Yeah.
But do you think she's going to find somebody more appropriate for her?
She's finding somebody wonderful for her. And I will tell you when. She will find somebody till the fall. So probably sooner than you think. Probably sooner than she thinks, Someone else comes in her life. Very, very lovely man. I think he's lighter eyes, tallish, brownish hair, very educated, very smart, very attractive young man. But a little bit older than her, coming from a very nice family. I think one of her parents are in his parents are in a medical field or something like this. Yeah.
She needs somebody older because she's a smart cookie, but she's a lunatic.
She's not a lunatic. She's just young, and she's I totally understand. At this age, you think that everything is real, even if it's a fantasy. So
yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
she needs
so
somebody
much.
to ground her.
Exactly. This is exactly the word that I was looking for. She needs somebody more mature to
put her in the real to bring her to the real world.
Yeah, exactly.
And she will find that person who she will also like a lot, but she will also have a lot of stability will come through this new person coming in her life. I think she's meeting him somewhere during the summer, July, August, September, around that time. I think it's prior to her birthday. Yeah.
Thank
if it takes
so
a little bit longer as possible, time is very flexible, but I don't think it will take too long. And definitely this is not going to work for her, and it's for her own good not to work. And I don't really think he will commit either, so yeah. Okay, my love.
That's good. Thank you so much, Carmen. You are a treasure. Thank you so much. Love you.
I love you, my dear. Thank you. I'm going to go to Pauline. Hi, Pauline. You back?
Yes, I'm back. I'm so grateful we put back on the call. Yeah, okay. I was.
How is my beautiful Pauline? How are you, my love?
Great. Though you have so much experience, I know that, but there are some couples out there who are very special couples. I know you know about this.
I totally agree with you. I cannot agree with you more. Definitely.
And it totally does not go by what everybody's experienced on this planet ever. That's the twin flame, okay? And I really do believe that I have my twin flame. It's so close. We've had so many past lives that if I was told that I didn't have my twin flame on this planet, that it was too dark, that they went someplace else with their life.
Well,
but they can't come back on this planet.
I wrote a book on this. I wrote a book in which I explain different types of relationship, and I always mention the one that you are addressing to me on the show.
Was your husband your twin flame or your soulmate?
Oh, absolutely. Definitely. He was everything. My husband was everything for me.
Yeah, my husband wasn't. That's why I knew the difference in that. And this man and my husband were brothers in a lifetime that he couldn't. I was just betrothed to my husband back then. So I just had to marry him. And this time I actually demanded the universe to send me whoever I'm supposed to work with. And then all of a sudden this guy, I had sponsored a teacher. He came to the class. We met once. And we talked a lot on the phone. But eventually when he hired me he actually suggested I teach the class with somebody that he knew. And we fell in love because we walked the labyrinth and all of a sudden everything clicked. I did not expect that to happen, and he even thought, and he was very.
Isn't that beautiful? That's an amazing feeling.
Yeah, the fact that I was still married, and he had been through, his wife left him, and was involved with a married man. He really went all against everything he believed. But I said, you know what? I knew we were supposed to at least have 9 months together to see, and then he kicked me out of his life because he couldn't handle it anymore. He couldn't. Because being in my presence shifted a lot in both of us. We were healing massively. There was so much stuff going on. And that's why I let him part with me. But I say, someday we're going to get back together. I knew it. I didn't want to court him. I didn't want to force him. And 22 years later, after my husband passed away, after a few years, I decided to contact him. And I was able to reach him. And
you did the right thing.
Yeah, and I still, right now, but like you said, things have changed drastically after 20 years. He had been with other people who really traumatized him. I've also been in relationships that were traumatizing to me too. The last one I had, I got beat up, but it didn't change me to the core that I still love, and I had to learn to forgive this person really. And I found out that was a karmic relationship, and that was the reason why I felt obligated to stay with the other guy until I couldn't take it anymore, and he beats me up. So then I said, wow, this is the time for my book now. And this is the whole story. After all this, hopefully this man and I get together in either this year or next year. And we know what, Carmen, we even have the same sign. We have the same life path, and even a rising sign. All the houses fall in the same boxes.
Yeah, amazing.
And so that's why I know he's supposed to
synchronicity showing, reinforcing the truth about the relationship.
Yeah, but he doesn't see. I'm much more aware of my situation.
Yeah.
I just got I'm trying to stay friends, and if I find somebody really compatible with me that would work with me to work what we're supposed to be doing for the planet, then I'll just move on. I will. I'm not going to just hang out forever. So that's the only thing, and I can't wait I didn't know you had that part in your book about twin flames. I never. You mentioned all the other types.
There are different books. The book that I wrote some years ago called The Karma Queen Guide to Relationship, that's the one that talks about and analyzes every single type of relationship, so goes in depth. That's the one, not the last one.
And it's not an easy relationship if you're with the twin flames. You guys have so much mirroring to each other. It's really ridiculous.
Right. Yeah.
Like it's almost like impossible to get together. Maybe just for a little bit, but then you can't handle it. So thank you. I really wanted to.
I love you, my Pauline. Thank you so much for calling me. I really appreciate you a lot. Thank you, my lovely Pauline. Thank you. And I'm going to take a short break, and then I'm going to go to Susan. So Susan, hold on the line for 1 minute. Thank you.
The best of holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
Ascending Hearts is no ordinary dating site, but a spiritual dating site with a purpose, to link you with your soulmate. We engineer the serendipity so you can trust that you will attune with someone that has the same matching vibration as you. Ascending Hearts, the conscious dating site for the spiritually aware. Try Ascending Hearts for free. AscendingHearts.com.
Hello, I'm Sandy Sedgbeer, host of OMTimes Magazine's flagship radio show, What is Going On? My passion is sifting through information, research, and innovations from new thought teachers, speakers, and researchers pushing back the boundaries of what we know about life, energy, metaphysics, and the universe. I love shifting perceptions about who we are, why we're here, and how quickly impossible becomes normal when we open our minds, expand our awareness, and accept that the only limits that exist are those we place upon ourselves. So if you're the kind of forward-thinking, eager investigator of what lies beyond the current reality that most perceive, why not make a date to come play with me in the field of possibilities at 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time every Thursday, and together we can discover what's really going on.
If I could be you,
and you could be me,
for just 1 hour,
if you could find a way
to get inside
each other's mind,
walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
We've all felt left out. And for some, that feeling lasts more than a moment. We can change that. Learn how at belongingbeginswithus.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Walk a mile in my shoes.
And I'm back talking about chemistry, compatibility between people, so significant to keep a relationship working in time. But I'm going to go to Susan. Hi, my lovely Susan. How are you, my dear?
Hi, Carmen. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How's my wonderful Susan?
I'm good. Hey, I just got an offer for another job position. So I really want to take it because I want to get away from the position I'm in.
Very good. Absolutely.
You feel like move?
I always feel like change, when it comes like this, is necessary, is a divine intervention, is for your own good, and you should not be afraid to do it. You should just do it.
Okay, and then the other thing, too, was I met a gentleman last weekend, and I kind of got different vibrations from him, but I'm not sure it's a good path for me or not. And
do we know anything about him? Do we happen to know when he's born, for instance?
I don't have much information about him.
You don't have information. So you know what I suggest? Try to get to know him. Don't dismiss him. Just take it as a lesson for the beginning. Let's see, what am I learning from this? Is this a man I can Trust. Why is he coming in my life? What is he reflecting to me? What is he teaching me? Do I see myself with this man? Is this good for me or not? So be very rational and try to analyze, is this good or not? So do this, and then whenever you want, next week, the following week, give me a call and let me know what's your conclusion about this. But take your time to get to know the man. Don't jump into anything. Just provoke him in conversation. Try to find out things about his family, about his past, about how he thinks about religion. Open all kinds of subjects to get to know him. What are his beliefs about commitment? How is he thinking about money? Because if you intrigue him with different subjects, you will get to understand his mindset. So it's important to see what kind of things you share in common, and try to see how he's emotionally, how is he expressing himself. Try to find out about his money spending. Try to find out about how he sees the world. And in this way, you get to understand, who is this man for me? Do I resonate with him or I don't? What are his vices? Is he smoking? Is he gambling? Is he lying? Is he any of this, What are his weaknesses? Where is his strength? What is his archetype? So keep on analyzing. The best thing we can do before we get in a relationship is checking on that person. Like making sure we know everything about that person before we jump into anything else.
Yeah, I think as women we tend to get we tend to fall quicker than what we should.
Yeah, and we are so weak, we immediately fall for somebody. We immediately get like you're fooled, No, we need to know to be very rational at the very beginning before getting attached, before becoming emotional. Use your logic, the brain, to see, who is this person? Do I really need to get involved into this or no? Because if I'm not, then I'm not going to do it,
Okay.
Very important.
Right. I'm a little bit, just a little bit nervous about giving my notice to my current job because...
No, don't. No fear. You're afraid. Okay. It's a normal feeling because you get yourself out of the comfort zone. You got used to be there, and you start to have that little bit of an anxiety, So don't feel anxious about this. Just be confident that this is all happening for your own good.
Yeah, thank you.
This is for your own good. Trust me.
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah, thank you. I needed to hear that because...
yeah, you needed to hear this. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. You really needed to hear this.
Yeah, I get... that's exactly it. You get comfortable with where you're at, but it's not a healthy... There's a lot of people that have been
being comfortable doesn't always mean healthy. And we always so afraid to make changes because we think, what if the change is not a good one? But the change has always something good in it, even if you don't recognize it at first, So I admire your courage and your decision to move on and create a new reality and create something better for yourself.
Yeah, thank you. I just needed to hear that. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely you needed to hear this.
Thanks, Carmen.
Okay, my beautiful Susan. Call anytime. I'm here for you. Let me know about that gentleman. I'm so curious to see if you're able to do a complete analysis of him and if you're able to find out, who is he really for you? Why you met him? There has to be a reason. In everything that's happening to us, there's always a reason. So let's see what's the reason behind this guy. Sorry?
Yeah, I'll try to find out the lesson behind it.
The lesson behind, and try to kind of analyze him, like analyzing him, in the way to do it is conversation. So it's okay to talk to him. And anytime you feel a red flag, say, there's a red flag here, Okay, I'm going to be careful. It might not be what I think, and that might not be what I want. So that's what I'm saying. Be very, very attentive to every single detail, to every single move that the man does, you know?
Yeah, I'm pretty nice, and so a lot of times
you're nice, you lovely, you don't want to be hurt, you know, and you gullible, and the danger with women that are sweet and nice and gullible is that you get trapped, you know, and then right after that you regret, what did I do to myself?
Right.
Okay, my love.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get your new book, Commitment.
Yeah, get that one. You will benefit so much from that book, Susan. You will learn so much. It's such an analysis of people's archetype. You will discover your own self, and you'll be able to anticipate who's actually good for you and who's not. It's just an introspect. We learn so many things in life, but we don't learn things about human behavior, human characteristics, human weaknesses, so that's why so many divorces, that's why so many mistakes, that's why people get involved constantly with the wrong people, because we are not taught. This is an art. Being with somebody is an art. It cannot be done just randomly just to get involved. No, that's a mistake. So if it were me, I would introduce this in school. I will teach relationship in school, probably more than I'll teach grammar, or I don't know why, because it's so significant.
Yeah, it's so important for everyday life.
It's important because you see how everybody at the end of the day, they try for a good relationship with somebody. There's desperation to be in a balanced and healthy and normal family life. And why we're not achieving that? Because we don't have the basics. Exactly. You don't know the alphabet of relationship. Probably I should write a book on the alphabet of relationship, you know?
Yeah.
Anyhow, I have a new book that is called Plus One, and it develops the subject, but it takes it in a total different direction that is so interesting. It's a combination of things. But so far, get this one committed. You will learn so much through it.
Yeah, that sounds like a good one for me.
Committed, finding love and loyalty through the 7 archetypes.
Okay.
Okay, my love. I love you so much, and thank you, Susan, for calling me. And feel free to call anytime you want. I'm just curious about this man in your life.
Okay, thanks, Carmen.
He's so cute. I love you, sweetie. Okay.
Love you too. Bye.
Okay. So I'm at the end of the show, but I still have some minutes left, and I want to go quickly through those 16 elements of true compatibility. And the number one is holding the same beliefs about commitment. Be with somebody whose definition of commitment matches yours. It's okay if you both workaholic. It's okay if you both, involved in the same activity. It's okay, whatever social orientation you might have. But if you have the same belief about commitment, you will stay together. Second, be with somebody who's regarding family the same way like you do. Two people have to have the same mindset regarding family. Because one person might have a bad relationship with their family, while the other might have a strong relationship base. And here's where the problem sooner or later happens. So that's significant for you to understand. Third, I want you to look into settling the same life goal. It's difficult to keep up a relationship when one partner wants to live in an apartment and the other one wants to live in a huge house with 3 dogs. So settle to the same goals is significant. 4, agree to disagree. You can agree on everything. It's just impossible. But there's a moment when you have to disagree completely in order to be able to agree at the end. So agree to disagree. It's another element that to take into consideration. Number 5, feeling emotionally intimate. Chemistry is that bridge that two people have at some point, but what keeps a couple together is not chemistry, is emotional intimacy. This is the glue of two souls. Because if two people are not in sync emotionally, there's no moving forward. Emotional intimacy goes far: age, appearance, money, social status, hobbies. This is knowing your partner at the level of his wishes, fear, hopes, desires, knowing him not only at the physical level, what he's attracted to, but knowing not only his capacity to generate income, but those deep emotional characteristics is something that you need to pay attention. Then, sharing parenting methods, important to know how both of you should agree on how to raise the kids. 7, matching money and spending habits. It's both parents have to be on the same page when it comes to spending, saving, investing. Number 8, compensating for what the other person lacks. So compensating is so significant because one of you has something that is more imperfect and the other one has something that can create a whole. So pay attention to that element. Another one is seeing the world with the same eyes. Two people cannot be together if they don't see the world with the same eyes. So respect, tolerating your person's vice, and selling our religion and showing the same level of affection, strengthening each other, and being able to apologize. So these are some stuff to take into consideration when it comes to relationships that are supposed to survive the test of time. I'm Carmen Harra. I'll be with you next week. Same place, same time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on OMTime Radio. Thank you so much for listening, and may God bless all of you. Thank you.